Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. She's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty, and together we are the Salty and Petty Podcast. Duh.
And this time we are going to be reviewing the Continental. You thought your room service was bad. Yes, kids. If you don't know, the three episode prequel for the John Wick
prequel / spinoff ?
Oh, I have thoughts. I know you have thoughts.
Yeah, I have lots of thoughts.
I know Lilith had thoughts because she's always like, "Here, let's review this." You'll never be able to do it. 3 hour-and-a-half episode.
Yep, I'm gonna be real with you. It was a shock for me to get through. I stopped on the first episode so many times.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting. So I had to readjust my my expectations. Like, listen. We were never gonna get off on the right foot because Ian McShane wasn't there. Like, we were never gonna be 100% on this show, right? But then Mel Gibson pops up, and I'm just like, in the year of our Lord 2023, you cast Mel Gibson in something that he's not directing himself. That's what you're telling me. This is what we're doing.
I mean, maybe I've just watched too much South Park, but I mean, I just feel that this is probably...
It was literally the performance from South Park. I swear, he was like, every scene he was in, he was this close to pinching his fucking nipples, bro.
I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this is more like Mel Gibson in his real life than we've ever seen before.
I'm serious. If you know, you know. Like, it was just so uncomfortable to see him sitting in that church spewing that, and it's just weird. I was just like nobody told me. It was just like random Mel Gibson, and I'm like, I do not like wild Mel Gibson appearances. I need to be prepared for that.
I'm surprised that he even agreed to like that scene where like, you know, like he's getting high and he's like spouting like about God and stuff. And I'm surprised.
Babes. That was probably ad-libbed. Like, let's be serious. Maybe they didn't tell him that they were filming. I don't know. They cut and kept rolling. I don't know.
See the guy.
Too chaotic for me.
Oh my God, that'd be the funniest, especially that poor guy who plays his assistant. He'd be like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
But yeah, so like the cast, I knew nothing of, you know. So it's always tricky when you do a prequel, right? You don't want to mess up stuff, but like with unnecessary Easter eggs, with like the late, like, well, I'm just gonna be all over the place. Like the lady in the last episode, she says, "I'll be seeing you," and I'm like, no, stop it. There was like so many like in the Bowery Queen, like, is that his mom? Like, that was supposed to be like his original stick. So like he really just stole that from somebody. Like Lawrence Fishburne, I mean, iconic. Like, that's an iconic role, and you kind of just like put a wet blanket on that role a little bit by him not being the actual originator of that role. Like, I just have a lot of feelings, and the fact that it's set in the 70s.
Well, it is a prequel.
Well, it's weird because if you know anything about history, right, and they kind of slightly allude to the Winter of Discontent in England, and also like how that garbage strike led to the rise of like the mafia, right? And like how that just kind of like came into mainstream, and they just like came out of the shadows and just like straight up just like strong arming everybody into doing what they wanted. But like, so those are like the underpinnings of the story, but it was like a little too subtle. Like you didn't know exactly how bad New York was, you know, right? So like it's like a whole thing. I have a whole thought about how they like structured it and set the setting and the brothers, and like the fact that they killed the best brother in the first episode. Listen. No tea, no shade to the actor. I think he's got a punchable face. Perfect for the role, right? And they had to get a short king, obviously, because Ian McShane is a short king. If you don't know, that man's 5'7", but he wears like 6'2". So I understand. But like the main guy is not very good at action.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, do we see a lot of action scenes? I don't think so with him.
Like the first one, he like literally gets his butt handed to him. He's always getting his butt handed to him. So it's just like, ooh. But like the siblings are cool. Like that was my favorite part of the show, and I feel like if they spun something off, it would probably be the twins.
Yes.
Because now she was against using guns, and now she's got her dad's gun, and she's killed somebody. She's got that sweet taste of blood. So anything goes. And it blew up the studio, and I'm just like, no, not the dojo.
Yeah. You know what? If they do spin that off, we're gonna get that strange, mysterious Asian kid.
Yes, obviously.
just out of nowhere.
We call his boss Asian Bruce Wayne because he was the orphan master. That's the name of the character that he works for.
I just love it, just out of nowhere popping out of the ceiling tiles at the end. Here's the gun.
I thought you might need this.
I saw this just sitting around. Here you go.
Hey man, everybody needs a sidekick like that. It's yeah, you do. But yeah, no, I mean, I really did not like the choice of color grading either. Like some of it was so like I get it. Ooh, it's gritty, grimy New York. Let's just smear the lens with some Vaseline and also just like just color grade it like so it looks like Saving Private Ryan. Just so dark. Like it's so hard to find like good pictures because of it too. Like
was most of that like either green screen or like a sound stage? Because I don't know, half the time
it had to be a sound stage. It had to be.
Because half the time they're on the street. I didn't buy it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was giving very much Star Trek. We're in a Western town. We're in an American town. Like you can clearly tell. Yeah, and I don't know. That probably took away from like the charm of it too. Like I just didn't get sucked in like I thought I would. Like John Wick. Just like okay, it's turning into the Fast and the Furious, right? Because like it just gets more unbelievable with each movie, right?
Yeah.
But it sucks you in because the action is fun. You just kind of roll with it. It's like all right, you got Keanu, you got Lawrence Fishburne, you got Ian McShane, you got all these people, right?
Yeah.
Not you, Ruby Rose. Sit down. We all know how I feel about that. And so it just sucks you in, and it's just fun, and you can turn your brain off. This never sucked me in, so I'm constantly thinking about all the things that are wrong.
Did they not have a budget for this movie? I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like it to me, and then it's like, okay, we got to get to that vault. We got to get to that vault. We got to get to the art.
Yeah, like they were like lollygagging.
We're not opening it.
Yeah, they were like lollygagging, and then all of a sudden it was over, and there were more questions than answers. But like, I mean, that's kind of the tradition of John Wick, right? But like, this title is so poopy. It's like the Continental from the world of John Wick. It's like, oh God, please, could you be more corny?
Well, they wanted to put something that that people would automatically recognize from John Wick.
It's like when your podcast name is taken, so like you have to like finagle it, and then with your hosted by, like you have to like, or like just something really obscure, and then you're like a Star Trek podcast, like red shirt Star Trek podcast, something like that. Ugh, just I didn't like it.
You know who I realized I knew? I didn't realize till like the second episode. Katie McGrath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you know her from?
Supergirl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What?
Oh.
Oh, what? What?
I didn't realize. I recognized her from something else. But...
with the thing on her,
Yeah.
The torn mouth. Yeah.
She was supposed to be what do they call that? The abdicator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her best from Merlin. Like I don't.
Well, she was
Morgana.
I knew her most of this cast except for like Mel Gibson. I wasn't familiar with. So
yeah, Mel Gibson was like the only person. I will say that the kid that was supposed to be playing like the younger Lance Reddick version, I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's just weird. Like, I didn't like the detective that was after the brothers. Like, I just couldn't figure out what her deal was. Like, they took too long with the breadcrumbs. I thought that was their long lost sister or something. I was like, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking at first, that she was either the sister or she was like love of one of them or something. Yeah,
that was just like so random that she was looking for revenge on them. Like, okay.
No. I had something to do with that flashback you got for 30 seconds in what episode 2 or something. Like, okay.
I know. Just like,
I mean, I thought you did a good job acting, but just story wise,
yeah, the story wise, I'm just like, I just couldn't put my finger on it. I'm like, what is it?
Oh no, I enjoyed like the female cast in this more than like the men.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean they tried. Like I just don't know why they just didn't make 6 episodes. Like the slogging through the 90 minutes was just too much for me. Like, I don't know if it's like TikTok brain or whatever, but I'm just like, oh my god, this is still on.
I know. I was just like, boy, this is a lot for like, yeah.
And it's just like constantly like just stupid choice after stupid choice. So you just like my brain's just getting fatigued. And my eyes are just like literally stuck at the back of my head because I've rolled them so much within the 90 minutes.
Or it's like 4.5 hours. I mean, would it have been better like even if you split it up into 2 movies or something? Or
It's 6 episodes. Just should have just gave us 6 episodes. But they were afraid nobody would sit for 6, and they were probably right. They were probably right.
I know. I don't know. Well, then, like even in the last episode, like when the sister's at the dojo and stuff, and taking care of that guy from the neighborhood, it's like, why isn't she with the rest of them?
Well, she said she wasn't, and I guess she stuck by it. And then once she
I
handled that, she's like,
know.
"Well, I guess I better go help those stupid idiots."
I know, but it just seems very plot contrived, just to be, just the
Babes, this all feels like it was written by
I
a high school
know.
senior. No tea, no shade. Like, I think I've seen better creative writing projects from my friends in high school. I'm just saying. It's just like they just tried so hard. Like, it almost feels like this wasn't even like a script for John Wick. They just kind of put Winston's name in it and just went about their business. I'm just saying. And listen, this originally came from Stars, and if you know anything about how janky Stars is,
Hey.
I could believe it. I could believe that's exactly what happened.
Well, again, we've had conversations. You and I have had conversations off air where it's just like a lot of some other projects are seem like, yeah, it's like either is it just people write projects and then there's like, yeah, you're not going to sell this as just like some movie or TV series.
That is
I know.
killing cinema.
Let's make it the Continental. Yeah, we could sell the John Wick angle. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, like that is what literally is killing cinema. Like, we have IP fatigue. Like, I just want something, and I think that's honestly why John Wick hit so hard when it did. We were at that point where we were sick of the DC, Marvel, and let's revive this whole thing and ruin it from your childhood. Like, we were so sick of it, and it was just like I said, it was just something fun you didn't have to think about, and they didn't take their lore too seriously. And I think that was the beauty of it. And now that they're taking their lore so seriously, it's like, babes, you didn't really have lore to begin with. Like, what are we? Clear as day, we don't have lore because they were stretching it, bro. They were reaching. Damn. I mean, for the sky, like they were getting stuck up in a freaking old saloon. Like, it was bad.
I don't think Hollywood's getting the learning their lessons anywhere, because it's like, again, John Wick proved it's like, yeah, you don't have to remake something or whatever. It's like you can come up with something new. People will come to it if they like it.
But to be fair, it was Keanu Reeves. Like, nobody else could have pulled that off at that time.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I'm not saying you don't put the right guy or the right woman in the spot. No.
Yeah, and they're just not. So John Wick does like, oh well, yeah, we should totally have a connected universe. And so now we're gonna have like the ballerina, and I think they have like one other thing, and I don't even know what's gonna come out because the Continental just did not do well.
Oh,
it was a flopola, critically and commercially.
I didn't see any advertising for this anywhere.
Oh, back at the beginning, like at the end of September, it was all over Amazon Prime.
Oh, really? Okay.
And like all the like in Peacock too, I think. I saw it was like, in the borders coming soon. I'm just because Amazon Prime actually distributed it internationally, whereas Peacock did it domestically, stateside, North America maybe.
Mm-hmm. Because like I know even like network TV, like Paramount Plus is like run advertisements and some of the other stuff, but I didn't see anything for this.
babes, that's the only way I know that Yellowstone exists is because Paramount. Because like, even though you have the ad free, they still try to just shove a preview of a show, and like, I'm like, no, that's not what I'm paying for. But like, oh yeah,
that's like the beginning of these episodes. Well, again, I mean, I'm getting it kind of free with my internet thing, but it's like they'll put like 2 or 3
I
minutes
get
of
Peacock
commercial
free with Walmart Plus. I think so. Yeah.
But no, like they shoved like 2 or 3 minutes of commercials at the beginning of each of these episodes.
Oh, did they? That didn't happen for me.
I'm like, I'll come back. I'm like, okay, I'll come back 2-3 minutes. Go get a drink or something.
Crazy.
They're like, here. They're like, watch these ads and then enjoy your program. I'm like, okay.
You know, one of these days they're gonna be like, you're not in the room, and it pauses. Like that is where we're going in the dystopian world of ours. So, just a heads up, kids. Learn to get your DVDs and your Blu-ray players going. Somebody said, I love it. Somebody said if Netflix goes on one more time, they're dusting off the DVD player in their DVD collection. It was like, for real, they had dust on it. It was crazy.
Oh my god! But yeah, good luck. I mean, you have to go online for your Blu-rays and stuff. I know. Yeah, Best Buy's shrinking it down.
Oh, they're getting rid of it altogether by the end of 2025.
Yeah.
But they're cutting it down like right before Christmas. Are you crazy?
I forget what store was saying because a lot of them were saying they were shrinking down or getting rid of like Blu-rays and stuff in general.
You'll always have Walmart, babes. That is one thing Walmart will not get rid of. They know that.
Was it Walmart or someone else? One of the stores is like,
Target.
Don't worry, we're not getting rid of them. No, I think Target might be getting rid of them too. I think maybe.
It's definitely not Walmart. They're definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah, I forget which it was, but one of the stores was like on their social media was like, "Don't worry, we're not getting rid. We're not getting rid of our stuff."
Time for Blockbuster to make their comeback. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It might be time. Wouldn't it be ironic if Blockbuster put Netflix out of business?
Oh,
kids, let's make this happen, please.
Yes. I mean, Blockbuster, even like the smaller ones, like Hollywood Video.
Family Video. Somebody's got to put Netflix in its place. Somebody's got to let Disney Plus know we're not going to do this no more.
I mean, in the age of people collecting vinyl, I'm thinking Blu-rays, DVDs, maybe even VHS.
Did you hear about Pete Davidson? He's literally collecting every sealed VHS. Like that's his thing now because it's gonna be like 20 years or like 25 years since the last VHS was like printed or something.
Oh,
yeah. So now he's driving up the price of VHS, and I'm just like, great.
That's right. I haven't gone back to there yet.
Oh, I have. That's all where all my Disney stuff is. You think I was gonna buy? Thought I was gonna buy Blu-ray editions? No, I burned those bitches on a DVD.
I think I have a VCR downstairs buried
somewhere. All my old westerns. Yeah.
Oh my.
Homeward Bound. Let's not forget Homeward Bound. Like I said, a lot of my Disney stuff is still on VHS, and I just burned it to DVD.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, if that when you were here in April, if wrestling hadn't been on, you could have watched westerns with my dad. Gee.
I'm just saying, like, but yeah, back to the Continental. Like, it was okay, but like, it just didn't actually feel like it. But like, if they hadn't said the hotel was the Continental, I wouldn't have known what the hell was going on.
Yeah. And it's another one of those things when you do a prequel. It's like, okay, it's it's how it's 50 years in the past. It's like,
wow, 50, not even 30, but 50.
It's like how far do you want to go with the stuff in the hotel and the
high table and the agitator, and it's just like, okay,
your escape pod and all.
So it's like I think that they failed to bring in new people that would be interested in the John Wick, or if they did watch the first episode, like, I'm good on it. And then they didn't really wow the fans, so it's just kind of like in this limbo.
I mean, if you have never watched John Wick, I don't think this is going to bring you to the table.
Yeah, you would just take one look at this, like, what is this?
Yeah. I mean, I think this thing would have been. I mean, I don't know if it would have done any more numbers, but I think it just would have been better if it just would have been its own separate thing and not try to tie it into John Wick or anything. Or
like I said, like I feel like, okay, this is what I think. I think that the story with the brother and sister, I think that was the main part of the script, and then they added this Winston character to it, and that's why everything feels separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why she stays behind, why she blows up the dojo, and like those questions are left unanswered.
Well,
I feel like that story was their story, and then they were just like, you know what? if we add a little young Winston and his brother into this, we can make something.
Well, it's Gotham all over again. It's like, oh well, it's John Wick. We have to have the Continental. We have
John Wick isn't even born yet.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he might be. He might be.
That dog's not even born yet.
That dog's mother's not even born yet.
It'd be funny, be like, oh yeah, John Wick's born, but that wife's not born yet.
Ooh,
Hollywood.
But yeah, that's just kind of my main thing. It's like all the parts that I like feel so separate from the story, from the main John Wick story. Like, I always had my reservations about it. It's like the Continental is cool concept, and I would have just liked it to be like more of an anthology where like we follow an assassin. Like the assassin characters are really cool. Like the twins, Hansel and Gretel, and a couple of the other people that we really didn't get to see. But like I would have preferred that than like how Winston became the owner, because I don't give a shit. I want to know about the assassins. I want to see somebody getting their head chopped off. Like, come on. I want to see cool action scenes. Like, I don't care. It's like they were literally giving us adult situations. Like, I don't want to see how the sausage is made, and I don't care to see you sit down and pay your mortgage. Okay, babes? Like.
Oh, it was funny. You said adult situation. We got like one scene with boobs in the first episode, and then I don't know if they were just hoping to be like, okay, now every horny teenage boy is going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to sit through the next two, hoping I catch a flash.
It doesn't even work like that anymore, bro.
I mean,
say, babe, they can see girls sitting in hot tubs on Twitch. Like, come on, you gotta up your ante around this piece now.
Please, they can just like get on Twitter and see hardcore or whatever. Yeah, man.
Truly. That's why they didn't change the name to X for nothing. Even Tumblr brought the porn back. Like they know. Everybody knows.
I know.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like you're doing 70s basically blaxploitation film, right? Because it's definitely giving kung fu.
Oh yeah, of course, 70s. Yeah, there.
So it's like, and that's all you give us?
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, you could have just given me the twin, the brother and sister. Yeah, that would have been fine.
Yeah, like I said, everybody else was interesting outside of Winston.
Right? Yeah.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure Ian McShane was not playing that with an American accent, but it's fine. I'm gonna let it go. I'm like, babes, do you know where Ian McShane is from? And I think this kid only got the part because he was the closest they could get to somebody that looked like him. Because Ian McShane has a very unique face. So that casting was always going to be hard. Like I said, and it's the wrong brother died. Sorry. Sorry.
And like we said, it's so weird with some of these characters, like the detective, like you don't know what her story is, and then like
and she's cheating, and she shows up to his house, and it's not like, oh my god, that was so unnecessary.
I thought she was
the Twister game.
I thought she was going to kill the guy at the end, but I guess not.
She'll be seeing him. That's a cliffhanger.
I know.
She's gonna come back in like the 7th John Wick movie. It's like, oh, you already killed him. Now I have to kill you.
And then it's like, and then like you think the wife of the brother who gets killed is going to be a big thing, and then she kind of like fades out for a while, and then shows back up at the end. It's like, okay,
yeah,
to fight the female twin,
yeah,
the twin, yeah.
She blew her to pink mist though, baby. I was like, nice. That was cool. Like I said, some of the stuff was super cool. But again, not our main character. Our main character is boring and bumbling. Everything he like tried to do sucked.
And what about the grenades through like the mail chutes and stuff? I'm like those grenades.
I was like, what is this? Loki season 2?
I'm like those grenades are going to go off like midway through and stuff.
Those pneumatic tubes actually move pretty fast. If you know anything about the old banking systems, yeah, they actually move pretty fast.
But Mel Gibson.
Yeah, like I said, that first episode was left a lot to be desired, and I was just like, okay, I need to see him die a terrible, terrible death, and he did not die a terrible, terrible death. So
he doesn't.
I wanted him to be run over by the train or something, you know?
He doesn't appreciate classical music.
Exactly, rude. It's like, babes, you just killed the boy, the love of his life. He said he was gonna stay with you, and now you're talking about bringing his dad. That's a threat at that point. Like, are you crazy?
Exactly.
Oh, like he was just like, and then he was like, fetch me my go-go juice, and I'm just like, what is this, Star Trek?
Oh,
What is this, Star Trek? Strange New Worlds. Because even the kid was like, what are you talking about? He's like huffing shit, and I'm just like, what is going on?
I know. It looks like he's like huffing Windex or something. He's like,
it's like, oh, it's the 70s. Maybe it's a popper. I don't know.
oh, it's angry.
Yeah, the Mel Gibson thing. It was so bad.
Again, just the whole crazed Mel Gibson. I think I said, is it just?
It was like South Park parody. So serious.
But I could believe that there's like the real Mel Gibson. You know.
Oh yeah, but yeah, 3 episodes. Like this honestly could have been done in one movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or if you're gonna do 3 episodes, what about 3 1-hour episodes or something? You know.
Yeah, because there was a lot of fluff they could have cut.
Yeah.
Especially since they decided they didn't want to answer any questions. It was just like rule of cool all day.
Instead of like 4.5 hours, trim it to 3 hours.
Yeah, I think it would probably would have been better received at that.
Tighten it up.
Yeah, they were too afraid to kill their darlings because this was way too. Every episode just kept dragging on, and I'm just like, ugh. I wanted to like this show so much. I truly did. I was so bummed, and now it's just like, I don't know. Especially spoilers if you haven't seen John Wick 3. I think Keanu Reeves and the director both kind of came out and said that John Wick is actually dead, and that's why they're doing like all these spinoff and prequels to see what they can do. And I'm like, first of all, just give Halle Berry her own spinoff, please and thank you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they can't do it for Lance Riddick, rest in power, but
yeah, or like you said, it's like, you know, do an
just the assassin anthology, like that'd be so badass.
Yes, do an anthology. How many seasons could you get out of if you did like either like 1 episode or just like a season following a different assassin?
Exactly. I mean, listen, American Horror Story, for better or for worse, don't at me, has been on the air for like 13 seasons doing just that, set in that universe, but just like, and they don't, you know, and just doing different stuff. And it's an anthology, and they even got a spinoff of American Horror Stories. So anthologies can still work in today's market.
Yeah, they just bring in Kim Kardashian.
Well, whenever season 2 finishes, because of the strike, they had to put a part 2, and they haven't, because they weren't done filming by the time the strike happened. I definitely want to talk about that show. You don't have to, but I'll just do like one of my rants.
I mean, I can try to watch it like a current season.
No, I wouldn't even recommend this. It's based on a book, and the book was not even that good. It wasn't even published technically by the time that the story came out or something like that. So it's like a whole weird thing. I hate when it was like the first time that they tried to adapt something, and he just really is sucking at adapting the story. It's just Rosemary's Baby! Just do Rosemary's Baby!
I saw a commercial with Kim Kardashian. I'm like, okay, that's probably is scary.
No, truly. But like, if you're a conspiracy theorist, her being like the devil or a witch, it's like, no, yeah, thanks.
That ass is gonna eat you.
Well, she got rid of her butt.
Oh, really?
She's dating white guys now, so she got rid of her.
Okay.
If you know, you know. Yeah. Heroin, she gets back in.
Wait. So she put that all behind her?
Oh, yeah. Somewhere, Reggie Bush is crying and throwing up a slug. I'm just playing. He seems so happy with his wife that looks just like Kim Kardashian.
Oh!
And their kids look like doppelgangers. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. Anyway.
Burn.
You know, they can't all be Tom Brady.
Oh!
Because his wife's a witch, too. She publicly admitted it, so. No, she did. Giselle did.
Her husband cannot throw and catch the ball.
They broke up and he sucks. I'm just saying.
So the secret to Tom Brady's success is
superior puss. Probably.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Travis Kelce, man.
Well, he ain't getting that. That's a publicity stunt if I ever saw one.
Really?
We'll do a Taylor Swift episode probably next year. Like, we gotta let this cool off because this ain't gonna last to the new year. So once that's all done, I'll break that whole relationship down for you.
Real fake. The NFL's here for it.
Till the Swifties go crazy and make you look bad.
I
But
mean,
anyway,
they're selling merch right now, so yeah, they're happy
don't
about
let
that.
the Swifties start showing up and being the Swifties, because if you've
Yeah.
seen the Eras tour concert, then you know a movie concert, then you know what I'm talking about.
Once Swifties try to get those bracelets to some drunken fans, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's like, babes, I hope y'all just plan to watch it on TV and not show up to the stadium, because that is not gonna
Yeah,
make
yeah, you're not gonna be sitting in a box like Taylor Swift. I tell you that.
not at all, not at all. But I don't know. I hope that they can salvage it. Like, they had some good ideas. I think it just needs to be
Yeah,
reworked.
that's what I'm saying. There were some good ideas here. Maybe if it wasn't tied to John Wick.
There's even a way that they could, like I said,
Yeah.
the assassin idea is cool. And like how the assassins get like their weapons, their munitions. Like, I kind of like I was like, okay, like there's all these factions, and like the Continental is slowly coalescing to edge everybody out. Like, that's an interesting
Well,
idea. What do you do when you're on the fringes? Do you, and the Bowery Queen has her thing, and the siblings have their thing, but they're everybody's slowly being edged out, and what kind of resentment and how that power vacuum kind of like works. Like, I was more
yeah.
interested in that.
I mean, okay, and
And like the High Table just gave him the hotel at the end of the series, like without a fight.
I mean, he took out Mel Gibson, who was a pain in their ass, I guess, and then yeah. But it's like he kills their messenger, so I'm just like,
Yeah, it's one thing you're literally not supposed to do.
I know,
They
but
literally tell you don't shoot the messenger.
and he's pretty much like it's like threatening them. I'm like, won't they just send 50 more people to kill him? I'm like,
Yeah, I was just confused.
yeah,
Like, how do they work that out? Like I said, they just kind of left everything on a cliffhanger. Like,
it's almost like it's like at the end falls flat here. It's just like, just let him out of the hotel. And okay, tell me if I'm having faulty thinking, but the
so
whole
does he never leave the hotel again? Then is that what happens? Like, he just stays there so they can't get him, because you're not supposed to conduct business on the
not
grounds.
supposed to kill, especially. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't know. I mean, unless just
he just becomes like a
or things just run so smoothly, they're just like, okay, well, I guess he's the man for the job. Or
it
I
just
don't know.
doesn't seem like the High Table to
Oh,
me from what we know.
but he has that stupid coin press too,
True.
which I'm like,
Which he
wait,
should have been killed for, because he gave the Bowery Queen's people the coins that they weren't
yeah.
supposed to have that. So that literally should have been a an offense labeled for death.
And I'm sorry, I don't buy it. It's like they send people to tear apart like every place, like him or people he knew, lived or worked, and
How
it's like,
did the girl get the coin press? I was so confused. That's why I was like, oh, this has to be his sister. When it turned out she had it.
yeah. I'm just like, in that freaking car trunk. I'm like, no one thought to like pull a blanket up. And, oh, there's the coin. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but no, the whole premise of this thing, I'm just thinking, okay, tell me if I'm thinking wrong here, but I'm like, okay, Mel Gibson, giant asshole, this thing. Okay, I'll give you that. But it's like they steal from him, so it's like, can you completely blame him for trying to kill him?
Yeah,
Because
but he's so hateable that you're just like,
yeah,
he
true.
wanted a way out. He wanted to be with his wife. Like, they give you the sob story. So
It just-
that's why they made that. I'm guaranteeing you. That's why
just-
they get cast Mel Gibson. They're like, everybody's gonna hate him. Everybody's gonna instantly side with Benson.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to. Because they went out. Just leave. Don't steal from the dude. He would probably.
Well, it's basically a gang, so blood in, blood out, right? You kill somebody to get in, and you got to die to get out. So, like, you saw what he did to the boy. He was like training. He literally said in the beginning of the episode, I mean, he's young, so I wouldn't miss him that much, but I wouldn't miss him.
Yeah.
So it's like that whole thing. Like, he's just a psychopath,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson. Yeah, completely.
So it's just like,
I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you had someone who wasn't as hate, a character that wasn't so.
Yeah, you would stop and think like, wait a minute. Well, yeah, you're right. He did steal from him.
Not so subtly using it.
Was this Winston's plan the whole time? Like, he knew when he went to go round up the girl and said, like, he didn't just want to like avenge his brother's death. He wanted to take over the hotel, right? Without telling them that that's what he wanted to do.
I guess so. I mean, that way no one else is. Yeah, I mean, that way you kind of have protection too. No one else is going to come after you. I don't know if anyone was going to avenge Mel Gibson, but it's like,
yeah, no, because he was already on the High Table's bad side. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, I guess kind of for protection from the High Table.
Yeah, it's all a little murky.
Yeah, 'cause it's
So unfortunate.
yeah, again, it's like it seems like in some way in some places the high table has like no there's there's no it's black or white. There's no shades of gray. But then again, the end of this thing, it's just like, oh, okay, he killed the person we sent. He slaughtered helped kill how many people in this hotel where there's supposed to be no killing. Oh, we'll just let him go.
Yeah.
Unless they were trying to set up something for a sequel or something, or
Wait a minute, didn't that detective lady also play in The Walking Dead or something like Fear the
I
Walking Dead?
I don't. Let me see. I don't think it was The Walking Dead. I know I was looking that up. I thought she was on some show I saw. What was it? Showtime or Stars? But I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think. But hold on.
I thought I saw that on IMDb, but
Here, let me see.
you know how IMDb is.
Well,
I can't believe they
oh wait.
also killed the gun runner. I like the gun runner too, and he died. Everybody
Oh,
died.
you know what? You know what? She was in the Walking Dead spin-off web series, which I didn't see. So,
Oh,
Fear the Walking Dead
Hey,
Path.
no tea, no shade. I think they were scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
So yeah, she was from the web series.
I wonder why they didn't go with like more known people. Like honestly, let's be real. Like Michael Jai White as the brother. Like why not? I mean, he literally has a black belt and several martial arts. Like well known for it. Like he works for scale as far as I know. Like he's not like that expensive. He should be. If I was his manager, that's a whole nother story. But I'm just saying, like he's not like overly expensive. So I don't know why they didn't just think to do that.
I mean, there's enough known people. They could have stacked this. Or do you think was that could have that's not
that would have put asses in seats?
Yeah, would have. I would have more well known names. But it's like, do you think that couldn't have been a condition of Mel Gibson's? Could it? Where he's like, I need to be the most famous, the well known person on here, maybe.
No, because Hollywood barely tolerates him, so I don't think he can even have stipulations like that. Well, like if he's not directing his own thing, Hollywood keeps him on a pretty short leash.
Oh, wait a minute. That detective, she was on Riverdale?
I mean, if it's past season 1, don't ask me.
Yeah, it looks like recurring role season 4, guest season
5. yeah, I was long gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I heard they got superpowers, so I was just like, I'm not gonna enjoy it. It just ended, so I'm like, well, not just ended, but it ended pretty recently, and I just haven't had the testicular fortitude to binge watch Riverdale just yet.
Well, at least she was the other one who was like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm that well now. Gotta show the boobs.
The death of the sex scene, Maz and I kind of briefly touched on that over on Full Stream Ahead. It's like why everything's like suddenly so puritanically prudish again. It's like, babes, give me some slashers and blood and tits, man. Like, what is going on? That's what's wrong with the world. Like, everybody's too freaking sensitive.
Exactly. And again, it's like I've never got this. Why I think.
Well, I know what it is. It's a bunch of incels that I've never seen T, A, or P. And it makes them uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like, no, there's like an epidemic of like male loneliness. So they, I think that's what it is. And it's just like they don't want to like. That's who's ending up in the writers' room.
No, but if you're incels who aren't getting women, then wouldn't you want something?
Oh no, obviously you've never been on the manosphere. It is sad.
Wouldn't you want something to think about when you go home?
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Oh, they talk about their thin wrist and how to be a Chad. Like they do not think about sex. No, I'm not even no tea, no shade. Like if you've ever I never want to go down that Reddit rabbit hole ever again. Like my brain needs bleach.
No,
it's a whole weird thing.
What about how all you women are ungrateful or just evil?
Yeah, it's like maybe get out of your mom's basement and some fresh air and touch grass. I don't know. That cures a lot. Just saying.
I was reading some article. It was trying to blame the stoppage of nudity and all the sex scenes on just millennials in general.
It's not millennials. It's Gen Z actually.
Okay.
Babes. We grew up with Skinamax. we were the ones that figured out all the technology to get free porn. Okay, it is not millennials.
Oh my god!
To be the one to tell you. I think millennials literally the only generation people know besides Gen X and Boomers, and so like, oh, that's the last generation we know, so we'll just blame it on them. Like, no, not us. Definitely not us.
Oh my god, I think I found a game for us to play, maybe on Patreon or whatever. The one guy at work was saying him and his ex-wife used to either watch Skinamax or like hardcore porn, and they'd have to, as the women were undressing, they would try to guess real or fake.
Oh, they're real and they're spectacular. Although they weren't real.
Who, Hatcher?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
at least not Desperate Housewives era.
She was playing a character.
Lois and Clark, Adventures of Lois and Clark, definitely natural, but after that,
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Anyway, we're so off topic because this show is like, I don't know. I just feel so bad. Like, I don't like to play the what if game with other people's, like, people obviously had passion for it and they were trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
But I think that it's giving Disney Plus where they're like, well, we don't really need a showrunner. We don't really need writers. We'll just wing it.
Really?
Like, yeah, that's what it feels like. And like the action is just so, like, they didn't bring the person back from the movies that did it. It was like the second or third person that was like assistant or something was doing the action. And it's just like, babes, it's literally from the world of John Wick. Your action has to be so top tier.
Well, and again, like
the fight scenes. I don't even talk about the budget of like how the explosions looked really weak as hell, but like your actual like hand to hand up close fight scenes, like and the choreography of the scenes and how they capture the scenes, it was just sloppy.
I mean, the only one I thought that did a halfway decent job with the hand to hand fighting is the sister. I mean, that's
for sure. What was her name? The actress. I just had it. Jessica Alain.
Yeah, I mean, I think she might have been my favorite in this.
Yeah, no, she's definitely a standout. Also the wife, Nun Kate.
Oh yeah. That's what I said. It was so weird because they kind of like dropped her in the middle there for a while, and it's just like it's almost like they forgot about her for a while.
Yeah, nobody really got a lot of character development, unfortunately.
No.
So. But no, I did feel like they were really trying really hard to make a well-rounded cast, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because it was just weird. It's like, okay, like when like they were showing like when the brother, sister, and the gunner from the Vietnam crew was like there, and I'm just like, okay, what does this have to do with anything?
Well, Lilith, there was no racial strife in the 70s. Come on.
Well, no, it's literally, yeah. Like, I do like the fact that they did pick siblings that, like, and their dad was in the dojo because of, like, in the 70s, because you didn't want to be shot in the streets for having a gun as a black person, but you still needed to know how to defend yourself. And that's why that's why black people really love Kung Fu. Black people really love Bruce Lee because he literally came to America and personally trained a lot of people in Kung Fu and African American people in Kung Fu, and like if you watch his movies, a lot of people, like black people, really related because white people were really racist in the 70s. Like they didn't like anybody if you weren't white. So like when he came, he got a lot of hate, and that's with all that thing. If you ever that Quentin Tarantino movie where they're dissing Bruce Lee, why that drew so much ire from people.
Although, I mean, Bruce Lee. Who doesn't love Bruce Lee? I don't trust you if you don't like Bruce Lee.
Oh, there's a lot of people actually.
Really?
There's a lot of people that if you've ever seen that particular movie that I'm talking about, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that feel that way.
Oh, that reminds me. Next year I think it's next year. We got to do Kill Bill.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's the anniversary next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next year, or the year after, but yeah.
I'm surprised he has shown restraint from doing Volume 3, but I don't think Uma wants to work with him anymore, so that's probably...
It kind of wrapped it up. I'm like, again, it's just going to...
There's things.
Well,
I want to see that girl, the Vivica Fox's daughter, kill
oh, yeah, come back. Yeah.
Just saying, like, I need that. That's Volume 3. Wrap it up. Tight.
Oh, that would be awesome. You said I was going to come for you one day, and I did.
Yep. It'd be just about time for her, right? Good 20 years of training.
Oh yeah.
So just saying.
My mama should have been Black Mama.
Yeah, those code names were ridiculous.
What was the Serpent Society?
Yes, it was.
The estate of Mark Grunwald should have got a shekel.
Oh man. There's not really too much else to say about it. I hope the next. Let me see if the ballerina is still coming out, because like I said, this has been just like not a good look for the John Wick property.
Yeah, I was just looking it up. Yeah, they haven't mentioned anything.
There's a teaser.
Oh,
but
I was gonna say they haven't mentioned renewing the Continental or anything. So.
Well, it's not gonna. I don't think it was always gonna. It's billed as a limited series, but like the way that they left the cliffhangers, I'm just like, babes, be so serious. So wait, Keanu Reeves is gonna be in the ballerina?
Is he? I wonder if it's gonna be like a quick cameo or something, or.
Well, he was supposed to have a cameo in this, but they scrapped that script completely.
How? It's in the 70s.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Well, it wasn't meant to be set in the 70s. That's why I'm telling you, this was not. This was a script from somewhere else. It had to be.
Yeah.
This had to be like an old soul script that gave somebody like $5,000 for it, and they just reworked it.
Oh yeah. They got a script for the 70s. They take place. They're like, oh, I know, we could do a prequel.
Yeah, that's what it's giving.
The Rise of Winston. Yes.
Okay, that's going to be a movie, though, not a TV show.
Oh.
At least from everything that I can tell, so.
That's the thing. It's like, unless you're going to do a lot of, like, characters, like fleshing out some of these characters, it's like, why would you not do a movie instead of a series like this?
This literally could have been a movie.
Yeah.
Even just a made-for-TV movie for Peacock. Like it was supposed to be on Stars, and then Lionsgate just said, you know what? You're stalling. You're taking too long. We're going to give it to Peacock because they need the content. And they were willing to pay more money.
Yeah. Somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. Yeah. Make a movie.
Yeah. Clearly they could have done that by cutting the fluff. Like, I'm just so flabbergasted. Like, I just haven't been this perplexed about a decision in a really long time. The bones are there, and it's just a shame. Like I said, if they would have cast Michael J. White, I really feel like this TV show would have popped off a little bit. Or maybe this is just, I don't know, a tax write-off. I don't know. I can't tell now.
No matter how good the machine is, Lilith, I don't care what industry you're in, if you're in entertainment, if you're in food, if you're in retail, I do not care. Eventually, they're going to try to say, I think we could still do this. Maybe cut a few corners. It's true. You know.
Oh, I know for certain.
Oh, yeah. I don't care what industry you're in. If you're ever watching this, eventually they try to cut corners. It's
not even eventually. They give it like 3 months of any company. Oh, how can we cut corners on this?
Yeah, sometimes they'll let it run a full year. Then they're like, new year. We can maybe do this for less money. Or maybe we don't need as many people.
Let's just get robots, yeah. Looking at you, McDonald's.
Oh,
I will not order from the kiosk. I will not download your app. There is going to be somebody freaking serving me at the register.
Yep.
We need those jobs. You have the money.
Where are all those kids with acne going to work after school? Come on.
It's not even that. It's just who serves you breakfast, not high school kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Hey,
not a full rant, no. Not a full rant. Not a full rant.
Hey, I was a manager. I worked the mornings. I know who I worked with. I know.
So, same goes for you, Walmart. I will stand in line for an hour. I'm not doing self-checkout.
Well, that's like the people were saying, like, on social media too. It's like, if you're going to be, even if you make me do self-checkout, don't be checking me.
I'm taking an employee discount for sure.
Well, don't be checking my receipt at the door. You know what? If you want me to do your job, you trust me.
It's my employee discount.
Don't trust me. Don't double check.
Bro, they don't even let you, bro. The camera's like zoomed in. They started reading it out. Can of corn, 2 ounces, 69 cents.
Yeah, because people were scanning up, grabbing steaks and then scanning a pack of gum or something. It's just something.
Eat the rich. Who cares?
Remember,
kids, if you see somebody stealing in the grocery store, no, you didn't.
Yeah, if you see them stealing food, yeah.
Or diapers. No, deodorant. I don't care what it is. No, you didn't. Hell, if it's a TV, I'm going to move out of the way. I ain't going to stop you, but I'll move out of the way. I've seen that at Best Buy. Somebody come running out the back like about 6 years ago. I'm just like, oh, that sucks for that employee.
Oh yeah,
That's
somebody
fired.
at work told me he was standing in Walmart the one night. Yeah, I just saw two ladies like just walk by with a big screen TV like on the cart. Yep.
Just boop. That's what happens when nobody works in the electronics department. If you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
If you have a Walmart that has a fully staffed electronics, cherish that place. Because let me tell you, baby, I've lived a lot of places, and very rarely does that happen.
Walmart and Target around here. I don't see anybody in electronics anymore.
Yeah.
You know how long it takes to find someone to unlock it, like a PlayStation game or something?
Oh, babes, I know. And they get mad at you when you get a key off of Amazon and open it for yourself.
Oh, really? Really?
I mean, I don't want to encourage that, but just
they
saying,
sell
if you
this?
don't want to. Babes, they sell everything. How to take the tag scanner thingies, they sell everything on Amazon.
Oh, my.
For legitimate purposes, see?
What?
Legitimate purposes.
Oh, yeah, I would love that. Pull out a big key ring, like, let's see, Walmart, Target, Best Buy.
Home Depot.
No.
Actually, I can't even say, but like, those locks are easier than they look. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, my.
Oddly, hardware is usually very understaffed, along with the lumber section. I'm just saying, kids, it's Christmas season. I'm just saying.
Well, kids, once again, Lilith Hellfire's tips for getting wood. Hail!
Unethical life hacks with Lilith Hellfire. Tune into the Patreon for more. Anyway, so speaking of unethical life hacks, I want to know who really wrote this script and where they got it from. This can't be what they had in mind. It just can't be.
Again, yeah, it was just some random 70s story, and then they're like, I know.
Wait, I'm gonna have to dig through the credits tomorrow just to see if I can see if I'm right. They have to give credit somewhere.
What?
If it wasn't stuff? Yeah. It'll be deep down at the last like little bit of credits.
Well, it can't be anyone big if they're burying it.
No, it's not big. Like I said, they probably paid $5,000 for like a script.
So it's probably
a spec script, to be quite honest.
I was saying it's like probably somebody unknown if they're burying.
Yeah, like I said, they gave them like $5,000 if even. Happened to one of my scripts. I can't. Well, and I've mentioned it before how they kind of ruined my script. So
for what?
A DC property. I've mentioned it before. I'm not going to mention it again. I'm not allowed to mention it anymore. So, if you know, you know. Guys, if you dig way back, this is pre-Capes. I mentioned it, and we even reviewed that movie. So,
yeah,
there's a hint for you kids. Have fun, and we can give away something if you know the answer to that question. What do we have to give away?
I have prizes, kid.
Phil's like, damn it! I thought you forgot.
No,
I want them all.
No, I got the prizes. I was just
trying
to
see. What do we have? I don't even remember now.
We got.
I don't think we have anything salty and petty related. You can get the new. What did we decide the salty and petty no prize was going to be?
Was it the mustache thing?
No, we said something else. I can't remember now.
I can't remember either.
I think it was like the middle finger or something.
Oh, maybe. Or
like a cape on it, I think is what.
Or a big 69 trophy or something.
I'm sure I can get one from Amazon, but yeah. If you guys know, if you remember from way back when, you're a super fan, let us know. We'll figure out something to give you.
That trophy, I could just see you like typing that in the Amazon before you're even done like typing it in. They're like, Miss Hellfire, you're back.
Yes, obviously. Again, Amazon's my longest relationship. No, actually it goes eBay, Amazon.
Okay. I was gonna say even more than your dogs, but yeah, probably yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Big 69 trophy.
Oh. I'm sure I can get it engraved. It's fine. They got a mustache for No Shave November.
Oh my.
We can definitely come up with something if you know the answer to it.
We need we need a puppet. Even if it's not Charlie, we need a puppet.
Oh, you want me to
A Ray puppet.
We need a Moon Knight puppet.
I have the sound effects for it. I mean, you know, be, just be like,
Batman.
Oh, he got him! Just when you thought it would say 54 minutes in, Ray. I'm so sorry for listening.
hey, it's the sidekicks. Come on. I'm sorry.
A couple of balls down the gob.
On that note, what are we talking about next time?
All right, we are. Let's pull up the schedule here. I'll give you the next few kids because, for once, Phil and Lilith planned ahead.
Kind of.
Well, let's get towards the end of the year. We'll Hellfire once for Christmas vacation, so we're starting to plan ahead. All right. There we go. Yes, next time we will be talking the new Jesse Martin series, NBC series, The Irrational. And no, that's not this show. The Irrational.
Yeah, we're rebranding. The Irrationals.
And then after that, we will do Invincible, the season 2 premiere of Invincible. And then we will have a Thanksgiving episode for you kids as we discuss our favorite Thanksgiving food.
Send in your favorites.
And I don't think it'll be the one after that. It might be the 2 after that one, where we will cover the first half of Quantum Leap season 2.
Shout out to Ernie Hudson,
which was our first episode, Quantum Leap. So
you know, we're keeping it connected. Not quite super connected, but connected.
No, half-ass connected. Yeah,
exactly. That's our brand. Tangentially connected.
Give it half-ass. Yes. All right, kids. So yes, so send us all your thoughts on that. Any suggestions for socialist rants, Noel, send them our way. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, you know who we didn't mention? Did you see who just passed away?
Oh, no. Who?
Richard Roundtree.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Yeah. Talking about 70s.
Yeah. Make sure Pam Grier's still alive. And
I think she is.
She should be.
I think so.
The older I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 74.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still with us. Again, I mean, I don't know if it's just because we are getting older, but it just seems like the last couple of years we've been a lot.
Well, we also are still technically in a pandemic, even though nobody wants to recognize it. And COVID has spiked in the last 3 months. I actually just lost 2 coworkers to COVID. So
really,
they were older, but yeah, still it's sad. So like, still, it's okay if you want to wear a mask. Like, I don't, I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there.
No, I still see people wearing a mask in public. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Like,
it's the wintertime too, like coming into it. So just colds in general. Like, people in Asia always wear masks during cold season.
I don't know. It's in the 70s here this week.
It's fool's weather, babes. It's full. What do they call it? Fool's fall or something?
Maybe. Although I did see
a
weather report where they're saying, I mean, last couple of years, I mean, we're trending like warmer Octobers, so.
Duh, it's warming.
On a global scale?
Man, bear pig, baby. Man, bear pig's on the loose.
But I was going to say, yes, people are wearing masks in public. As I saw Saturday when I saw the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra perform Superman.
Did Luca like it?
Yeah, he liked it. Oh, man, that John Williams. I mean, if you ever get a chance, kids, you got to hear that John Williams score in person.
And from the orchestra? Absolutely.
And
wait, before we go, the Continental actually had a pretty cool soundtrack, by the way. I wanted to mention that. Sorry.
Yeah, some of the songs...
It's 87 minutes long, but it's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite is the twins music, which is Hansel and Gretel. And then the other one is Taking His House. Haha.
And some of the actual songs, like the...
And Loyalty to the Master. Those are the best.
Yeah. But some of the actual songs they used in this weren't bad either.
Not my cup of tea, but I'm sure if you're like a 70s cinephile, perfect. I think the songs were a little too cliche, personally.
Well, would you put anything past this series?
Exactly.
All right. Where was I? Okay, yes, kids. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon, or who knows what you'll find: a drunk Lilith Hellfire, a sober Lilith Hellfire, a movie review, a ranking of Scream Queens. Maybe one day we'll get another this, that, or the third. So yes, so subscribe to the Patreon, like the elite Justin, Ray, Russell, and Moss. You can find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. I know you were thinking of what?
If that's elite, we're in trouble.
Shut up! They pay us.
They pay us to make fun of them. That is the deal. Okay.
What?
They're sadists, obviously.
Ray likes to cuckold himself. Come on.
The hard master. Sex on the mind.
Well, that escalated quickly.
All right. Always one thing on her mind, kids.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
All right. Internet, everyone's favorite internet granny, Lilith Hellfire.
So it's like the holiday season. I am not gonna be on social media, but for the new year, you should definitely follow me on Facebook. Friend me, Lilith Hellfire. You can also find me on Threads and Instagram at your favorite internet granny. That's GRANNIE. You might get to see what I got for Christmas.
What?
Or my birthday. I was like, I might post my birthday or my Christmas haul. I don't know. Depends on how much there is
You
of it.
didn't do it last year. Come on, I missed that. Come on.
I don't know. It's so much.
Just the twinkle in her evil eye as she like holds that stuff up, kids. I love it.
I don't want to promote overconsumption because I am a maximalist, and it's like, I know some people just, they get triggered. So
When I got my new phone, I was putting pictures up of people I interact with frequently. So you know what I put for your profile picture, right? I took a screenshot from that last video, right?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you're wearing
funny.
the Santa hat. Yep.
Oh no, not the Santa hat. And that's another reason to friend me on Facebook because my posts are friends only. No public posting at all.
Don't worry, no one sees your true face.
Well, I was sober in that one, so probably not.
She wears a Santa hat, but she's not jolly.
I'm the Grinch. That's my favorite movie. It was my favorite book as a kid.
Oh, damn. All right. Thank you for joining us, kids. Come back next week for the Irrational. No, not us. The show.
Support Jesse Martin.
Yes. Again, lots of TV coming up here, kids. Yeah, the American holiday of Thanksgiving.
Oh, I have a good idea. Let's for next year, obviously somewhere, Copaganda ranking the best cop-based shows.